The Dark Life of a One-Hit Wonder. I wouldn't really consider Designer to be a one hit. I think he like a four hit. I mean, he's had some good songs other than Timmy Turner and Panda. I only know one though, and it's Outlet. I ain't gonna lie, Outlet. Oh, what a way go. Oh, what a way go. That song fire. I don't care.
Artists thought that one-hit record would change their lives for the better.
I ain't gonna lie,
These artists thought that one-hit record would...
He a one hit, but he a good one hit though. Like, his song so big. I think he got so big to the point, even if his other music didn't hit for real, he could be okay with just this song. I'm pretty sure this song still gets millions of plays.
Change their lives for the better. Little did they know it would actually make their lives much harder. The music industry is brutal, and hit songs create expectations that most artists can never live up to. So today we're going to look at the dark reality of going from a nobody to world famous overnight, and how almost all of them ended in disaster.
Yeah, I hope Designer gets out, man.
Starting with Gautier, who went from Billboard #1 to somebody that you used to know. During a hiatus with his indie pop band, The Basics, Australian songwriter Gautier began working on his third solo album, Making Mirrors. The second lead single, Somebody That I Used to Know, was entirely written and produced by Gautier in his parents' barn. After singer Kimbra laid down the second verse, Gautier knew the song had a lot of potential, but he never could have predicted that he was sitting on a global hit. In the music video, they stand in front of a flat background while their bodies are...
You know how long it probably took as well to get all this done? You see how many shots that was?
Hit. In the music video, they stand in front of a flat background while
they are doing multiple shots while covering up his face as it's happening. I know that probably took hours.
Their bodies are slowly painted to blend into a geometric mural behind them, like camouflage. The subtle nudity, along with the simple yet striking visual, caused the video to soar into the YouTube algorithm in 2011, quickly becoming the third most...
For whoever these 36,000 dislikes, I know what you are. I know what you are. I know what you are. Cause what about that song you dislike? Please. Enlighten me. I know it probably is because it got overplayed or whatever. Nah, I can't even say overplayed. Because it's like, at the moment, I could feel a song's overplayed because now that I am 21 years old, I am a big-ass Uzi fan. Now that I'm 21 years old, I feel like I can actually sit and appreciate EXO Tour Life. Back then, of course I loved the song, but... back then, it was getting overplayed. Everybody was playing it. I didn't want to hear it no more. But I just heard it not too long ago. I'm like, why'd I ever stop listening? Like, it's like,
liked YouTube video of all time. However, almost immediately, you could see that Gautier could care less about the superficial numbers associated with his song.
That's good, though.
Who really likes things like, on Facebook or YouTube? Like, people go on about likes and stuff. It's such a cursory thing, I think. Maybe it means more to people who are 5 years plus younger than I am, but I'm kind of like, I've never liked something that I've actually genuinely liked. I've just actually liked it and talked to my friends about it, or maybe kept it in mind. I haven't kind of gone...
Type.
Like,
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
go
I
ahead
actually
and
don't, I don't put any sort of stock in it, really. I mean, I don't know.
Due to countless YouTubers making parody remixes of the track, along with it becoming somewhat of a viral meme, Somebody That I Used to Know topped the charts in more than 20 countries. It held the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 weeks. The song sold over 13 million copies globally, and it is certified platinum in over 10 countries, becoming one of the best-selling digital singles ever. And that all led...
That's what I'm saying. He don't gotta make another song. He's set. That song is so popular to the point he don't gotta make another song. The latest, certification was 2021. Imagine now. Like,
in over 10 countries,
he
becoming
said
one of the best-selling digital singles.
So would I consider him to be a one-hit wonder? I mean, You could, but I don't think anybody would mind it. I mean, look what he did with that one song. That one song is so good.
Ever, and that all led to the 55th Grammy Awards, where they won Record of the Year and Best Pop Duo / Group Performance. The YouTube video, now having over 2.6 billion views, could have earned over $10 million in ad revenue, but he chose not to monetize the video. I'm not interested in selling my music. That's the reason I don't put ads on my YouTube channel, which seems strange to people in today's climate, but that is a decision you can make. Gaultier's modesty was almost entirely unheard of in the music industry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Admitted he was already growing tired of his song. He said, "Sometimes I feel like I'm a bit sick of it. It had an energy that wasn't like anything I've put out before. I don't really feel like it belongs to me anymore. Everybody else kind of owns it now, especially with there being so many cover versions and parodies." He acknowledged that
I mean, that's also what happens when you don't try and make music off your songs, man. They gonna do a whole bunch of parodies. It's like, since you're not gonna make no money from that, shit, let me go ahead and make some money off of it. Like, if you tried to get some bread off it, maybe you wouldn't have people.
Song was overplayed and saturated to the point of absurdity, where I feel it's an annoying presence in people's lives that they would prefer not to have. However, when he spoke in interviews, he tried to hide his growing contempt for the song.
Are you sick of hearing your own song?
Sometimes it's weird hearing it come on, you know, in different places, like especially lots of places in a row, in public places. But I don't know, maybe I haven't heard it that much. I don't get the feeling I've heard it as much as some people have heard it, for instance, in places in the United States where obviously they're so sick of it, they feel compelled to tell me how sick of it they are.
You could feel he wanted to be honest about his love-hate relationship with the fame and attention.
Are you comfortable with all the eyes on you?
Well, I don't know. I think I go back and forth, I guess. Maybe anxious at times or overwhelmed by it. Or
it can. I can see how.
And sometimes, you know,
I wouldn't know, but I can see how it could be overwhelming.
I mean, like say doing big shows or meeting a bunch of people. There might have been different times where that would have been overwhelming.
When asked if he could produce another hit song, Gaultier replied, "I don't know. Time will tell. I don't know whether I can or whether I want to." We would later find out that he just simply did not want to, because in 2014 he published a newsletter that stated, "New Gaultier music. There will be no new Gaultier music." Wait, maybe there will be. I'm not entirely sure right now. There are many contingencies. This is pretty much the exact opposite of what an emerging artist would do after they had a huge hit song. But he made it clear that he wasn't aiming for global pop stardom. He said,
he just liked to make music.
A sort of perverse pleasure in a certain part of the public thinking of me as a one-hit wonder.
They really do leave after they've heard the hit song.
Especially in America. I really wish I'd decided at some point. I really did want to do a show where I just played that one song 20 times in a row.
He never played the song. Well, I don't know why I say he never played the song. He probably did. But I'm pretty sure he sang 20 times because I think either Travis or Playboi Carti performed their song for like 17 times. I think it was Travis. He performed Fiend like 18 times. And every time, everybody loved it.
Just without flinching.
Instead of capitalizing on his fame, Gaultier returned to his roots and rejoined his old band with his buddies, The Basics.
Fire.
Since then, the band has released 2 studio albums, The Age of Entitlement in 2015 and Basic in 2019, while continuing to perform for small crowds.
Stutter of death. Did it do well?
Regularly throughout Australia. He also formed an ensemble called the Ondioline Orchestra to celebrate and revive the rare early electronic instrument, the ondioline. The group debuted in 2016 with a tribute concert honoring electronic music producer Jean-Jacques Perry shortly after his passing, and have since performed at festivals and concerts dedicated to the history of electronic music. Gaultier today spends his days collecting vintage music instruments and creating.
So what I'm getting is him himself didn't really fall off. The music that people wanted to hear, I guess, considered, he fall off because he didn't really make any more music with just himself and whatever. But I still think if he got like two albums, and he's still doing shows, I don't think he fell off for real. Because, I mean, he's just stagnant. He's stagnant. I mean, you could have a big hit and, some people just go off a cliff. I feel like he was up here, went right here, And then he's right here. Like, he's steady.
Electronic music. Gaultier today spends his days collecting vintage music instruments and creating whatever he wants, whenever he wants, because he refused to sell his soul to the music industry. Wanting to remove yourself from this industry is common for one-hit wonders, just like I Love Makonnen, but fans were shocked to see him working as a cook at a local restaurant, considering he had a massive song with Drake in the 2010s.
Get your money up, bro.
I Love Makonnen started as a relatively unknown artist to the public, but was well connected in the Atlanta hip-hop scene, with ties to massive producers like Mike Will Made It, Metro Boomin, Sonny Digital, and 808 Mafia. In the summer of 2014, he released a self-titled EP, which included Got the Club Going Up on a Tuesday. After Miley Cyrus posted his track on Instagram, Makonnen saw a flood of new listeners. Then popular music blogs were including his music on their staff picks for the week lists, describing Makonnen's voice as incredible. From there, Sonny Digital, who was the esteemed trap producer who made the beat for Tuesday, got a text from Drake.
I just hit him back. It was him. He just asked him if he can get on the song with you, though. And I'm like, man, I don't know why you asking me for. Like, call you right back. Let me call Makonnen right quick and see what's up. Then, you know, Makonnen was like, of course, like, you know what I'm saying? That's not even the question.
I don't know no songs from Makonnen except for Tuesday. That's it. That's literally it. Like, back then, I didn't listen to any of his songs, but when Drake got on it, I immediately knew about the song.
Makonnen didn't even think twice and was excited for Drake to jump on the remix. On September 1st, 2014, they released the song and it launched up to number 12 on
2014, I'm sorry.
On the Billboard Hot 100. Makonnen then signed to Drake's label, OVO Sound, and immediately released his debut album. Being a new rapper with a hit song that featured Drake was a one-way ticket to superstardom. However, for Makonnen,
but for some reason, every underground person that has a song with this nigga Drake, for some reason, always goes off a cliff. Not talking shit about Drake, but it's like, when you gotta do a hell of a good job to be on a damn feature or have Drake as a feature on your song and not have people think, oh yeah, this is Drake's song. Fuck that other nigga. This is Drake's song. That's literally what they did to this nigga, and I think Black Boy JB.
Was all downhill from here. Makonnen had a few singles after Tuesday that were doing well online and making the rounds in clubs, such as I Don't Sell Molly No More and I Like To. But then some of his old tweets resurfaced that would sour the relationship between him and Drake. Tweets where Makonnen called Drake corny and criticized anyone who was a fan of his music. Makonnen claimed,
Dick Ryder? Drake is mad corny. I just heard that Practice song. Bitch, that's one of my favorite songs from Drake. Punk ass nigga. Why would you not delete these though? Like, as soon as you got on the song with this nigga, you should have realized, oh, damn, I made some crazy ass tweets. Let me go ahead and just delete these before I get even more popularity and motherfuckers start to fucking screenshot it and post it online. Like, just common sense. You called this nigga corny. I just heard that Practice song, which was a really good song. He put his heart and dedication into that song. Straight corn puff.
Makonnen called Drake corny and criticized.
What's up? I wish I could have been old enough to actually see this unravel in its full entirety. Because there's no way that you talked this much shit and then when you actually got the opportunity, you ain't wasting no time. Granted, I wouldn't either. It's Drake. As soon as that nigga get on my song, millions of dollars. Not millions, but probably thousands. Most of the millions is probably gonna go to him. But thousands of dollars. And you did this. You probably ruined it. You ruined it for yourself.
Who was a fan of his music. Makonnen claimed he was simply young, online, and saying wild stuff just to get attention, to get a reaction. As if that wasn't bad enough, 2 months later, Makonnen claims his Twitter was hacked, where someone made a handful of disparaging tweets, including
Rihanna is for not getting on. Fuck. I ain't gonna lie, that Fetty Wap remix was fire too. And I damn you, Monty. Damn you, Monty. And damn you, Fetty. Why you have to be loyal? Ain't nothing wrong with being loyal, but shit, nigga, that Drake. You around with me. Drink a lot tonight, I know. You can turn the door, you can roll. Get where you want to go. But first off, I'll start by saying this. Goddamn. Nigga, that shit was fire.
One that read, F Drake and F OVO for getting on Fetty Wap's
You would've
remix
ruined
and
it,
leaving
bitch.
me in the cold.
When all that stuff happened with your Twitter account getting hacked, did that stress your relationship with Rihanna and Drake, the OVO camp? Because I know a lot of people was trying to say, oh, he's about to get dropped from OVO. Everybody's cool.
Yeah, it's just hackers.
It's just hackers.
You know, it's just the internet. I don't know.
Nigga, what? Who hacked you? How'd you get your account back? Who was the person that hacked you? Let me know so we can find them. Like, come on.
A few weeks after this interview,
Who the hacker?
McConan would start to realize that Drake may not have believed that those tweets were sent by hackers.
I wouldn't.
McConan was supposed to perform with Drake at the 2015 Wireless Festival,
RP,
but could feel tension between them.
But that's when I knew something.
I don't know.
Because when I came out on set, you know, everybody was kind of like, and I started losing weight too, right? Drake had like made a little joke, like, "Oh, you little Eric Benet looking at me," you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like, haha. And then, like, I just started to feel this vibe, like a little, you know what I mean? Something was said about me, but we not, y'all don't know. So I'm like, okay. And so then when we go out to do the song, I'm just doing the hook, and as I was supposed to go into my verse, they just cut it. And I was like, okay, thanks. You know what I mean? And I just got off stage, but I was like, this is crazy. Like, the crowd is going crazy right now. They with me, like they ready to hear, you know what I'm saying, I was working on it, and they just shut it off, and I was like, all right. So then I left that, and then it just started, you know, it was just like, this is getting weird.
And by the end of 2015, he couldn't hold his tongue anymore. In an interview, he said that OVO delayed the release of tracks from his second album, saying that he submitted the songs to the label in January to be released for the summer, but they were never released. When he asked whether he still spoke to Drake, he said, here and there, by the time this comes out, I'll probably see him 6 more times, or no more times. I don't know. 4 months later, McConan parted ways with Drake's label, OVO Sound, and then proceeded to drop one of the worst freestyles of all time on the Tim Westwood radio show, which coincidentally was him rapping over 3 different Drake beats.
Heard the label said they gon' put the kid on the shelf. That's a motherfucking joke. Boy, don't make me fucking choke. I could freestyle all day, and a nigga will not choke. Ugh!
Damn! That shit ass.
Not only was the freestyle bad, but many interpreted it as him dissing Drake. And as a result, at the 2016 VMAs after party in a New York City nightclub, Drake allegedly threatened McConan.
And so then Drake looked at me. I was like, Drake, what's up? And then he looked at me like, nigga, next time I see you, I'm gonna f you up for talking shit. Whole security, everybody looking like, you know what I mean? They seeing Drake is like disgruntled. He about to, so they all looking like, what's the target? And they see McConan, and they're like, huh? Everybody just kind of look confused, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? That ain't no muscle to go beat down type shit. Like, right. You know, bro, look, chill. So they just kind of walked on, and then, you know, I just felt like a lot of, you know, like weird, because Rihanna kind of looked at me and was like, what the f? Like, nigga, this is my night up in this. What the f y'all doing? And I was just like, look, I don't know, I'm gonna just get up out of here.
It was clear that any connection or relationship with Drake was fully destroyed, so McConan decided to just focus on being the most honest version of himself. In 2017, McConan publicly came out as gay, and many speculated that his sexuality played a role in his downfall. He said that previous collaborators wouldn't work with him anymore, and hip-hop's long history of homophobia prevented him from thriving in the industry. Since leaving OVO, he has released several EPs, mixtapes, and 3 studio albums, including a collaborative album with Lil Peep called Diamonds, released in 2023 after Peep's death. He also co-wrote Lil Peep and XXXTentacion's posthumous collaboration, Falling Down. Till this day, McConan is still releasing music consistently, but if I'm gonna be honest, it's just bad. He had a sound that worked in 2014, but 12 years later, he hasn't evolved much. Recently, he went viral after he posted a video of himself working in a restaurant kitchen.
Got all these people out here working, getting this money. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to come guest chef at your motherfucking spot, holla at me. Let me know what city I'm coming through, hooking up. We got the Smash Burgers going off tonight.
The internet rushed to tell the story of a fallen rapper who is now working a 9-to-5. But the true story was that a fire had devastated Portland's Burn Money Studios, a hub for local artists where McConan worked, stored merch, and created art. His kitchen shift was a part of a fundraiser to help his community rebuild what they lost.
Y'all don't know everything. That's what I hate about Twitter. Niggas just be going on the internet and just spreading misinformation, not knowing all of the context.
A regular job, there's absolutely no shame in that. These days, McConan says he wants out of the music business. I never chased a recording career. Music was a way out, but once I saw the politics, the egos, and the fake-ish, I knew this wasn't for me. Respectfully, I want to remove myself. Whether it was self-sabotage, making mediocre music, or a closed-minded industry, the reason behind McConan's downfall is not exactly clear, unlike Designer, who had one very specific and disturbing incident on a plane involving the FBI that changed his career forever. On December 15th, 2015, just before the peak of the infamous SoundCloud rap era, Designer released Panda on SoundCloud, rapidly gaining millions of streams on the site. The immediate success of Panda led to an all-out bidding war to sign him, with 11 different record labels submitting offers to sign Designer. He ultimately ended up going with Kanye West's record label, Good Music, even though they weren't necessarily offering the most money.
I ain't kid, I ain't have all the money. I just wanted to make the best out of the movement. And that's what got that diamond, because I never seen it for the cash. You feel what I'm saying? I just wanted to be able to create a movement where I could be able to jump on stage and make people mosh pit, feel good, inspire others, tap and help communities, and really do this shit how I wanted to do it.
That same month, Panda would be re-released under the imprint. Designer would also be featured on Kanye's album Life of Pablo, once on Part 2, which included a sample of Panda, and again on Freestyle 4.
I know that.
With the newfound notoriety and a major co-sign from Ye, Panda reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and would eventually become 5 times platinum. You absolutely could not escape this song. It was playing on the radio every hour for months straight. At first, many hip-hop fans, including myself.
So wait, are you not gonna acknowledge Timmy Turner, Patrick CC? I feel like Timmy Turner, that song was just as good. Wait a minute.
Thought it was a song by the rapper Future, but once they got to know Designer, fans, including myself, thought it was a song by the rapper Future. But once they got to know Designer through and on the radio every hour for months straight. At first, many hip-hop fans, including myself, thought it was a song by the rapper Future.
I never thought that. I never thought that, honestly. I mean, maybe I was too young to even think about it like that, but like...
But once they got to know Designer through interviews and social media, his personality was infectious.
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I'll hold the mic for you if you want me to.
No, I can hold it. Hey, it's your night. I'll just sit here. How do you feel being here tonight?
Bro, I feel good, man. Counting my blessings, man. Here with my family, with my moms and my pops out tonight. About to see my man Kanye go there for minutes. I've been nominated for 2 awards. Y'all know what time it is. Hey.
His momentum trickled over into his debut mixtape, New English, which peaked at number 22 on the Billboard 200. From there, Designer was featured in the iconic 2016 XXL.
Which he ain't do too good in the Double XL, but we don't really talk about it. He did decent. He did decent.
Freshman class, where his freestyle went viral and would end up being released as his next major single called Timmy Turner. But this is where everything started going wrong. Designer and 4 other people were arrested on September 8th, 2016 following a road rage incident in New York City that allegedly ended with the rapper pointing a gun at the occupants of another vehicle. The NYPD confirmed that officers searched the SUV and initially reported finding a large quantity of Oxycontin and various other prescription pills. Designer was taken into custody and faced serious charges, including criminal possession of a weapon and criminal possession of a controlled substance, but he would later be released, seemingly unfazed by it all.
I didn't even know that happened. Again,
Chili Lamont.
I was way too young to even be on the side of the internet where it's like news reports as well. I was just on the side of the internet where I was just seeing these rappers just like living life.
gotta keep me in there, you feel me? But when you're doing right, you feel me, and keeping it positive, they can't lock you down.
You think you're getting set up, man?
2 days later, prosecutors dropped the felony gun charge.
Okay.
On the other hand, the pills were later identified as anabolic steroids belonging to the driver, Scott Siegel. Although the rapper managed to avoid serious jail time, he had a difficult time replicating the success he had with Panda, and that is likely due to his new music sounding exactly like every other standard trap song made for the past 10 years, all while his vocal delivery sounded just like Future. By 2018, Designer's hype had already died down, which meant the release of his debut EP, LOD, went unnoticed, peaking at number 161 on the Billboard 200. From there, the rapper pretty much fell into obscurity and wouldn't make headlines until he parted ways with Good Music in 2019. He never even released a full studio album with the label, but he said the reason behind the fallout was that he was going through family struggles and wasn't able to talk to Kanye about it.
Because the reason why I left, is because, you know, I was going through like a little mental thing. I was coming up out of high school. My pops just went in a coma. While I was on tour, I was having a great time, but I just knew something at home was happening with my mom and my, you know what I mean, my pops' health and shit. Like, so it was just like, you know what I mean, I wanted Ye to talk to, and it was hard to speak on it, you know what I'm saying?
Since leaving Good Music, Designer has dropped several singles and EPs independently, essentially going back to being an underground artist despite once being viewed as one of hip-hop's most promising breakout stars. But hip-hop fans would constantly troll him online, saying that he fell off.
Nobody that's doing this shit for me, bro. Like, I signed to Kanye West, the biggest nigga. That nigga still in the world. Y'all niggas think he's the genius.
That's the thing, though. It's like, I can't really, like, when it comes to talking, I'll never get in a whole another artist's, like, comment section calling them, oh, you a fall off, or you a one-hit wonder, or whatever the fuck the case is. One, they have been blessed with something I have not gotten yet, and that's fame. They have made a name for themselves where a lot of people know who the hell they are. I'll never clown anybody for doing that. Or I'll never clown anybody for, like, having at least an impact on life. Designer can stop making music right now. He'll have an impact on life. The nigga made a hit-ass song that's gonna be in the books forever. Now, granted, people in the future may not listen to the song like that, but still. Niggas still listen to Beethoven.
Niggas think all that nigga shit. Well, to me, nigga, that nigga's crazy, nigga. I've been doing shit by myself. To me, nigga, I brought Good Music back, nigga. And everybody know that, nigga. So what y'all talking about? I fell off, nigga. I only dropped 2 mixtapes, bro. Y'all people was mad ungrateful. Y'all ungrateful for the music I gave y'all.
When he found out about the killing of Migos rapper Takeoff, which happened shortly after the murder of Designer's friend and rapper PNB Rock, he broke down on Instagram Live.
Why? Why did we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we do it? I swear to God, this shit ain't nothing. I'm done rap. I'm done rap. This version of me is done. It's done. It's done. That's a Takeoff, bro.
It appeared that Designer's mental health was at an all-time low, but we found out how grim it really was on April 17th, 2023, when he exposed his private parts while traveling first class on a Delta airplane from Tokyo to Minneapolis. CBS reported that he was...
When the hell that happened? Nigga, I was 18. I ain't seen nothing of that. What the fuck?
gooning in his seat as...
What the fuck? I don't remember this. I have no words. I've never seen this.
Well, he would be moved to the back of the plane and monitored
Allegedly?
by 2 traveling companions. Once the plane landed, Designer was interviewed by an FBI agent and later charged with indecent exposure, a federal misdemeanor offense since the incident took place on an international flight.
Allegedly?
Shortly after, he released a public statement apologizing for his behavior.
Yeah, man, I messed up, man. I wasn't supposed to do that, man.
Oh, how'd you mess up that bad?
Word.
He later pled guilty to the indecent exposure charge and was sentenced to probation and ordered to complete community service and mental health treatment, avoiding jail time once again.
Was it like you thought that it was funny, or was it more something where like you were just fully like tweaked out of your...
I'm pretty sure he was just tweaked out. Why the fuck would he do it for fun? I'm pretty sure he was just not in... I'm not gonna say tweaked out. I'm pretty sure he just wasn't in the right mindset. Why the hell would it have to be like, oh, he did it for fun, and oh shit, he was tweaked out? I'm pretty sure he was just mentally breaking down.
Mind and you just didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, didn't know what I was doing. I was fully tweaked out my mind. This is when I was vegan. I didn't have enough sugars, and yeah, so it was like I was kind of like out of my body. It really wasn't like who my character was.
And this nigga is saying this with a geek bar in his hands.
And it's just like, word, bro. I was on medication. I took medication and just went to sleep on the plane.
Now this was a pretty serious crime, something that could have easily got him offender status, but Designer has tried to dissuade anyone from thinking those were his intentions.
Thinking like, damn, I hope nobody thinks I'm a pervert or anything. Like, that's not what I'm all about, you feel me? I'm all about just like love and just like keeping things going and stuff.
He was open about the fact that he went to a mental health facility and has been on medication since then. Fans wrote, he aged 20 years after the incident. Dude's on all the psych meds. And just last week, Designer was arrested again on charges of third-degree domestic assault. In his mugshot, he looks completely unrecognizable to the smiling superstar we once knew. It's evident that the pressure of being a mainstream artist was just too much for Designer to handle, as this industry often chews up and spits out those who rapidly ascend to fame. Lucky for him, he is still able to survive off the money he made from his hit song. The same thing cannot be said for Kevin McCall, who had a hit song alongside Chris Brown, never made any money from it, and recently broke down in tears revealing he was on government assistance. While Kevin K-Mac McCall is mostly known for his appearance on Chris Brown's hit single, Deuces, he has had a—
Oh, nigga, you a real nigga, man. That's a good ass song. Damn, you ain't made no money from that song though. That's platinum in a lot of households back in 2010. That's platinum. Damn, boy, Chris. Why you do that nigga like that?
A long career behind the scenes as a songwriter. In the 2000s, he signed with Chris Brown Entertainment under Interscope Records before working on half of Brown's 2016 mixtape, In My Zone. K-Mac played a significant part in helping Brown find his sound after the critical and commercial failure of Graffiti, which was Chris Brown's comeback album following the domestic violence case with Rihanna. McCall also earned credits as a songwriter on nearly every track in Brown's In My Zone 2.
So you telling me this nigga damn near helped Chris get out of cancellation? Because mind you, if Chris Brown didn't make all those good ass songs, I'm pretty sure nobody would give a fuck about Chris Brown. But Chris Brown talented, really talented. So I mean, it would have been hard to just, oh man, fuck Chris Brown. I mean, people do that still to this day about the whole Rihanna situation. I'm not gonna speak on it at all. But I love Riri.
Working under CB opened up doors for him to work with Kanye West, Justin Bieber, Gucci Mane, Drake, and others. However, Kevin's most memorable work came on Brown's fourth studio album, Fame. He worked on hits like She Ain't You, Wet the Bed, and Yeah x3, the latter of which peaked at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100. At a time when people questioned whether or not Chris Brown's career could recover, the album's success helped him dominate radio stations worldwide.
And as soon as he dominated those, radio stations, bro, everybody was like, hey, yeah, look at that boy Chris Brown. Yeah. Oh, what about the Rihanna situation? Oh, nah, fuck all that. That's how it was. That's how it was. That's how it was.
K-Mac is largely responsible for that success. Fame debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and received 3 Grammy Award nominations, winning Best R&B Album. But originally, Kevin said that the song Deuces was not supposed to be on the album.
It was my song. It was a separate package from the whole thing. It's like, here's your 10 songs. Oh, and guess what? Listen to this in the car. He was listening to it the whole week. And he's like, nah, I need that song. I need that song.
Okay.
No, I need to come out. I'm an artist.
I'm not gonna lie, gang. It makes more sense for Chris Brown to have it. I'm not trying to downplay your part, but like, I feel like even if you release the song, if you release that song personally, you would not have gotten the credit that you deserved either way. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your part in that song is not that long compared to, I think, Chris Brown and Tyga's part. I'm pretty sure longer than yours. I think Tyga's part is about the same, but like, Chris Brown is the main nigga talking in that song.
A producer. I'm not a writer. I'm not a writer or a producer. I'm just me, and I give away a lot of my stuff. So that's how I became writer.
K-Mac ultimately decided to give the song to Chris after they agreed that Kevin would be listed as a featured artist. Deuces would end up being the album's top performing single, reaching number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 and putting Kevin McCall in the spotlight. He claims he never got paid for the song, but kept working with Chris Brown because ultimately it was good for his career. He was featured on a song called No BS and Strip, which peaked at number 37 and was certified platinum. After that, he and Chris went their separate ways, ending a nearly decade-long partnership. Their apparent feud spilled into the public eye in March 2016 when
Chris Brown, we need to sit down and handle this business. I tried the adult business route. I feel my kindness is being taken for granted or taken for weakness. To this day, I don't know why niggas get on the internet and call somebody else out that you clearly have contact with. Rather than just call this nigga, you at this nigga on Twitter and said we need to have a business discussion. This is 2016. I'm pretty sure this is before they fell out. This is probably around the time they were almost falling out. Nigga, go to Chris Brown's studio, call that nigga and say, can we meet up here? Or, shit, y'all been friends for decades. Like, come on, bro.
McCall wrote on Twitter, "We need to sit down and handle this business. I tried the adult business route. I feel my kindness is being taken for weakness." On multiple occasions in his Vlad TV interview, McCall hinted that he was not afraid to get physical.
I'm a very real person. A lot of people can't take that. A lot of people around him was fake ass niggas. I didn't want to them up, so I just wouldn't be around. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking to. And so he decided to call me on the phone and tell me how much of a bad look, but he didn't tell me in a professional way. So I had to, check him and let him know, don't ever talk to me like that again, or we'll have a conversation when you see me in person.
Brown responded on social media, accusing McCall of being ungrateful before threatening to beat him up. "You won't be able to walk, let alone sing again." Chris continued to post videos.
Imagine being
I was gonna say, Chris Brown is the type of nigga who is going to drag that shit. Not drag it, but like, hey, you want to go there? We can go there.
And where he repeatedly mocked Kevin.
"Thank you, K-Mac. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I was thinking about giving you this, but I bought this with your money too."
Ooh, I'd be sick to my goddamn stomach. Because all these are nice ass cars. All of them are nice. Mind you, he just showed about 5. I think 5. A good 5 cars.
Sing again. Chris continued to post videos online where he repeatedly mocked Kevin.
"Thank you, K-Mac. I bought this with your money."
And it's crazy is he actually did. Because supposedly this nigga ain't get paid. So, damn.
"I bought this with your money."
2.
"I bought this with your money."
3.
"I was thinking about giving you this, but I bought this with your money too."
4.
"I bought that with your money."
5.
That's the only one on the West Coast. "Oh, I bought that
6.
one with your money too."
In response,
what is this post?
K-Mac dropped a diss track titled Beirucci in reference to Chris's ex-girlfriend Karrueche Tran. Then, in 2018, media outlets reported that Kevin was shot and rumors circulated that someone in Brown's circle was responsible. However, McCall clarified, "Chris Brown and his seed would be in a casket if he had anything to do with me being shot."
Oh, brother.
Their feud would eventually cool off, but Kevin McCall never found remotely any success as an individual artist, mostly because he had only released a handful of singles in the last decade. He almost entirely faded into obscurity until—
You was too busy beefing with Chris to worry about your own success. Yeah, honestly, you could have made your own... You could have made some songs when you was having that whole beef with Chris, talking about his seed and him would be in the grand. Make some music.
October 2025, when he appeared on the Back on Fig podcast, where he explained that not getting paid from Chris Brown left him flat broke.
"I can't even fight the Chris Brown shit. I got all type. I didn't get paid for Look at Me Now. I wrote on that. I wrote a whole verse, then Busta Rhymes cut the verse off, but I still did this part. What was we talking about? I need that bread.
From there, he broke down in tears about his financial struggles, even holding up his government assistance card on camera.
Why the f I got an EBT card? And this nigga is at Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the f million, and it say KKKKK Mac. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is
I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like what the f, bro?
Nigga, I'm showing. But then again, you probably something with your contract. It has to be something with your contract or whatever the case may be as to why this nigga has not sued. Because if he was really like set on getting that money and it's like he could do it, I feel like he would have been done it. I feel like it's something Chris and his label or whatever the fuck are the only ones who were able to do it. Like, I feel like it's whatever that nigga had to sign for him to not be able to get the money for what he wrote. Because I feel like that's the case for a lot of people who write music. If they have a part in it, they get paid for it. But then again, he also was saying, at the time, I didn't care about getting the money for it. I just like to make the music. That was your first mistake, nigga. Get your bread.
I can't even get nothing. Bro, man. Y'all niggas want to see a nigga cry in here. So y'all can think I'm a
bro.
That ain't fair, nigga.
Hey.
I'm on EBT, bro.
Hey.
That's why.
Bro. Hey. Look, bro.
I'm down, bro. I'm on EBT, back, look.
Oh, man, help this nigga out. He drooling. Give him some napkins, bro.
Say my name, bro. That shit is I had to go up in that motherfucker and hide my face with a mask.
Chris Brown had zero empathy for K-Mac, posting to Instagram, "You can't walk across a burnt bridge. You know what's funnier than..."
This nigga Chris is an asshole. There's no reason to do this. There's no reason. There has to be something that these two niggas did behind the scenes for them to still have this type of feud with each other. Not even like, it's not even on the Mac part anymore. It seems like Chris just does not like this nigga.
A troll, a broke one. But at least Kevin McCall is still here and has a platform to tell his story, because others are not as fortunate, like Cali Swag District, who made one of the most iconic dance hits of the 2010s, but didn't have a fair shot at a career because two of their members suddenly died. Hip-hop has had countless popular dance trends throughout the years, from the Running Man and the Cabbage Patch in the 80s, to the Tootsie Roll and the Harlem Shake in the 90s, to Dem Franchise Boys' Lean With It, Rock With It, and Soulja Boy's Crank That in the 2000s.
Right.
The 2010s kicked off strong when Cali Swag District, fresh off signing with Capitol Records, released their debut single, Teach Me How to Dougie, despite only peaking at number 28 on the...
Man, you don't know how many old functions back in 2010 this song would always play, and nigga would always get on the dance floor. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. All the bitches love me. All the nigga, that song's fire.
Billboard Hot 100, nobody would argue against this song being a hit, as it is still being played at school dances, parties, and weddings till this day. While the group didn't invent the Dougie, because it originated in Dallas, Texas in the early 2000s.
That's how you motherfucking know, nigga. Dallas. We made that shit. Nigga, know about your history. Texas, nigga. Textbook, nigga. Representing. Say it again, Patrick. Where that shit originated from?
While the group didn't invent the Dougie, because it originated in Dallas, Texas in the...
Dallas motherfucking Texas. Put this shit on the map. No wonder a nigga used to love doing that shit. No wonder.
Early 2000s, they're credited with popularizing it worldwide. And when the song blew up, everybody was hitting the Dougie, including A-list celebrities. The group attempted to build on their buzz with two more singles, Where You Are and Kickback, though they didn't perform as well. However, nothing would be the same after the night of May 15th, 2011, when Monte M-Bone Talbert was sitting in the passenger seat of a parked car outside of a liquor store in Inglewood. According to investigators, a gunman in a separate vehicle pulled up and opened fire before speeding away.
So when I go up to the window, I'm talking to him. I'm like, boom. He ain't say nothing. His head is laying on the back of the seat, like, and bro not moving. I say his name again. I'm like, boom, move, get up. And then I seen blood come out, bro, ear.
Nigga, why you ain't just... Bro, you straight like, nah.
That's when I lost it.
M-Bone was pronounced dead at the hospital. The group's manager, Greg Miller, said, "What makes this especially sad is that none of the guys have ever been involved in any type of gang activity. Weeks after his death, authorities were still struggling to identify a suspect or determine a motive. Still, the Inglewood Police Department didn't consider the shooting a gang hit. Some locals suspected the killer might have just been jealous of Talbert's success. The sentiment was shared at his funeral. I think he wanted to be known as the person who took M-Bone out." What was particularly sad was that M-Bone was the most prolific dancer of the group. He outshined everyone, so without him, the group lost a major piece of their identity. To make things worse, their business was struggling as well. Cali Swag District was signed to Capitol Records, however their parent company, EMI, ceased to exist as an independent major label after being broken apart and sold. The company had been struggling financially for years and was taken over by Citigroup in 2011 due to debt. Citigroup then sold EMI in pieces. Its recorded music division was acquired by Universal Music Group. When Universal took over, they went through the roster and prioritized the artists bringing in the most money, meaning a lot of smaller acts ended up getting dropped, getting shelved, or just not promoted the same way anymore. The group's debut album was continually delayed as a result of the merger. Cali Swag District eventually requested to be released from their contract with Capitol. Soon after, they found a home with Sphinx Music Entertainment / 319 Music Group before releasing The Kickback on July 12, 2011. But the tragedy of M-Bone's death and constant delays meant the album ended up flying under the radar. Plus, when your hit song is a dance record, it can become a trap. The song spreads because it's simple, catchy, and tied to a specific moment, but that same formula makes it hard to repeat. Fans don't connect with the artists, they connect with the dance. And the problem is that once the dance is no longer trendy, the artists lose all their attention. And before the group could redefine themselves or regain their momentum, another member, Karan J.R. Childs, died on June 6, 2014 at just 25 years old. J.R. had been living with sickle cell anemia, a genetic blood disorder that affects the shape of red blood cells, which carry oxygen to all parts of the body. In early June of 2014, he was admitted to the hospital after becoming ill. From there, he went into cardiac arrest and passed away. The two surviving members decided that they can't exactly pursue Cali Swag District as a duo. While Smooth the General appears to have stepped away from the spotlight, OFB Young has stayed active as a solo artist, continuing to release singles to this day.
I never got over it. You know what I'm saying? I just know that I got to keep their name alive. If I don't do it, of course, the song gonna live forever, but you know, who gonna tell the story?
And sadly, this isn't exclusive to musicians. Viral fame destroys people in every corner of the entertainment industry. So if you want to see how even big...
Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoy, man. Get these two niggas off the screen.